Testing, testing, assuming audio is indeed on. Alright. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Golden here. And as you could tell by the video, we're going to be ranting about the 2024 election and so on. So you're probably wondering, well, what's got my gears grinded so hard this time? And I gotta admit, it's fucking everything. Now, let me tell you this. I do not give a shit about politics at all. I am neither a left winger or a right winger. I do not give a shit about both parties, and I just could care less. But it has gotten to a point where every election we have, since 2016, everything has just been such a fucking issue, and everybody has been crying and whining their fucking ass off since the dawn of time with these two goddamn politics, you know. And what I mean by politics is I mean both the Democrats and the fucking Republicans. You gotta choose one fucking side, otherwise you have nothing. Which is actually a lie, because there are two other parties that exist out there outside of independence that people have the freedom to vote for, but as fucking usual, anyone who acknowledges it never actually goes out and votes for any of the people who aren't Democrats or who aren't Republicans. And it's annoying as fuck to hear everybody whine on Twitter, oh, come on, it didn't win. Oh, no, Trump is winning. When, or like you didn't want to vote for those two specific people, there are other fucking people, must I say, that are out there who are very capable of, you being able to vote for. You are not limited to two options. And yet everybody fucking sits here and whines and complains their fucking ass off over these two goddamn parties. As I said, I don't give a shit about voting. I don't give a shit about any of that, because once you get into politics and you realize, wait a second, my vote doesn't matter, because it is always up to the electoral colleges, however you pronounce it. It's always up to them. It's always down to them. So technically speaking, yeah, your vote doesn't fucking matter. And everybody has been trying to get you to fucking vote for this side or another side. It's the most goddamn annoying thing on earth. Because once you're a Republican or a Democrat, you stick with that for the rest of your life at this point. And then you have to, for the life of you, I don't know why. I don't know why this is. But for the life of you, you have to fucking fight the other side, right? Like, this is Civil War type shit I'm talking. No one can act normal if if one person likes this side over the other side for one specific reason. Everyone feels like they need to have some stupid ass fucking outburst of it, like they're a goddamn child having a temper tantrum. Trump's going to take away our rights. No, he's fucking not. You know, fucking Kamala Harris is going to do this. Kamala Harris is going to do that. No, she's fucking not. They never. And one of the other things is that, like, every time any of these politics, any of them, name any of them, they proclaim that they're going to do like anything, and they never fucking do it. And then they proceed to do the most random bill that you wouldn't have expected later on within their presidential career. Like, think about it. When has a fucking politic ever promised something, and it has truly 100% gone through without any type of issues whatsoever? All right, now pay attention close to my sentence. Without issue, without having any type of problem whatsoever, you know. And then you have people who are outside the country who don't know jack shit about America, and they're fucking complaining about, or they're like, we're gonna pray for you because Trump is gonna win. Like, what the fuck do you know about our politics? Stick with your own goddamn politics instead of getting into our business. I get that maybe certain things, with international trade and shit like that, is going to be important. But holy shit, dude, I cannot care for the fucking life of me. Just stay out of it, because they act like, because these people who are outside the US genuinely act like that, like they're in the US, or like something so fucking terrible is going to happen to them, well knowing that it isn't. You know, and honestly, I could have gone to vote, I could have gone to vote today, but I didn't. And even if I did vote, I would have put down a joke answer like Mr. Frog or some shit. Like, I've been fucking campaigning that for like a while, ever since that episode came out on Smiling Friends. Vote for Mr. Frog today. You know, because I see politics as a fucking joke. I do not give a shit, as I said, about politics. You know, like what do I have to give a shit about? To me, it's not that deep. To other people, they want to make it their fucking lives. And if you go on Twitter right now, you see people proclaiming they're gonna fucking kill themselves. And of course they're not gonna kill themselves. It's just fucking raid. It's just fucking bait for them to get more likes on Twitter. Happens all the goddamn time, dude. Like, you're not killing yourself because Trump is going to become president. You're going to be killing yourself over an entirely different reason if you end up doing it, not because some fucking orange prick is president. Like, no, like, it's genuinely not that deep. And all these fucking, I have no clue what has gone into these people, but they genuinely think that like something like 9/11 worthy, Hitler worthy is going to happen. And when we look at fucking Trump's presidency back in like 2016 through like 2020, when we look at Biden's fucking bullshit, it like, come on, guys, what fucking has majorly happened so bad, so catastrophic when either of them were in office? Like, this year of politics has been absolute fucking hell for so many reasons, you know. And no one can say otherwise, because it's true. Everyone's whining, everyone's complaining, and next thing you know, you have celebrities bothering the living fuck out of everyone, like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion, irrelevant random woman who makes shit music, by the way, fucking trash music, endorses Kamala Harris because she's a black woman and nothing else. Like, are you guys fucking serious? Or fucking Elon Musk dick riding Donald Trump. Like, dude, oh my fucking god, it's so brain rotted, dude. It's so fucking brain rotted. You know, it all, like, the entire fucking month, the entire 3 months have just been these random celebrities, for the first time ever, openly, like, saying, oh, I endorse this person. My followers must go fucking vote for this person, instead of using their own mind to see and think about these policies and what's going to happen and change. You know, they never fucking, no one ever thinks. And that's why they got all these celebrities. That's why they tried so hard to try to get all these people to fucking speak up, you know. And then you realize, wait a second, at the end of my day, my vote doesn't matter for jack shit. What am I doing here? You know? Tired of fucking everyone on Twitter now, like, oh no, Trump is a president, I'm going to kill myself. You're not. You're 23 years old. You barely have a fucking job. Just fucking chill out, dude. We go over this so many times, and it's always the same shit. Okay? Look, I understand that, most fucking politics can do something wrong for the country, but it doesn't mean that they're always going to be the fucking president. I think maybe Trump winning somehow was a little retarded, considering how he's like a convicted fucking felon in the state of New York and shit. I don't know how that managed to go through, but, whatever. But again, if we didn't want Trump, if we didn't want these people, there was always a third party. There was always the Green Party. There was always another party that was out there that was going to fucking do something. You know, I actually wanted to vote for RFK. But then, you know, he dropped out of the race because every fucking political party was pretty much fucking him over. So he didn't have a chance of winning at all. I mean, he was gaining popularity because he was talking about actual issues that were happening in the country. And I'm surprised that more people didn't go out of their way to actually vote for the guy who was talking about shit that was, you know, concerning each other. Again, I wanted to vote for the guy. Next thing you know, he forcibly has to be dropped out of the race, and now he's endorsing Trump. That doesn't mean that I went out of my way to vote for Donald Trump. I did not vote at all. I did not vote for Trump. You know, and it's just sad to see how, like, again, like, people get so involved with this that they're like, you know, threatening to end their lives, which of course they never fucking follow through, you know, with, or, you know, they have to hate each other's family or whatever, you know, because of it. Like, my mom, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with her. I don't know how some woman in her mid 60s acts like this, but she actually acts like a goddamn child, you know, at the fact that my uncle is a Republican. You know, like, dude, do I give it? No, I don't give a shit what my fucking uncle thinks. He's my uncle. Why the fuck would I care, you know, what his political views are? You know, I think it's important, yeah, to have, like, a talk about it, to, you know, see, like, what makes sense for you to vote for. But it doesn't mean you need to freak the fuck out and, you know, complain about it. And everyone's like, but MAGA did this, MAGA did that. Have you seen Democrats? Like, come the fuck on. Like, yeah, I know what fucking Republicans did, you know, back in, like, what, June fucking, not June, um, but January 6th, 2021. You know, I know what they fucking did. It was catastrophic. But, you know, that's different than what I'm talking about. I mean, both parties, you know, both people who are either Democrats or Republicans just go out of their way to fucking despise each other so much, and it's the most annoying thing ever. Because I don't want to fucking sit here and listen to you two morons fight. Just calm down, make up your. Oh, look at this guy is a fucking MAGA thing right there. You know, just like chill the fuck out, and just like learn how to talk to each other and agree on things. Don't sit here and fight each other as if, like, even when this isn't like during election day. I'm talking like pre-election, you know, for the past 4 years. People have been fighting over this shit, you know? It's kind of funny. You know, animal dies, Trump fucking wins, beats woman again. It's crazy. Yeah, literal repeat of 2016. You know what's funny is that life has been going downhill so fucking hard since 2016. 2016 was probably one of the best years to be alive. That was one of my happiest fucking years when I was a kid. In 2017, what the fuck is this? 2017 was like another really good, like, quality year, right? 2017. The next thing you know, 2018, you feel this great change, and then ever since then, everything has been going to jack shit. Okay? Everything has, and I feel it too. I fucking predicted years ago that everything was going to go downhill. And I stand corrected every single time something comes out of my goddamn mouth. Okay? I got Jesus on my side. I know what's going on in the future, but y'all morons won't fucking listen to me, you know? And I bet that there's going to be some douchebag in the comments that's going to, like, whine about me not voting, or, you know, whine about, like, like, randomly come up with false information saying that I voted for this party when I clearly said 3 fucking times this video that I haven't voted for any of them. Like, Jesus Christ, man. As long as I can fucking watch fucking furry food porn in peace, I don't give a fuck who's president, you know? I mean, think about it. Like, dude, I don't even fucking know what to say anymore, you know? It's just that I think that, there's so much violence and shit between this, and I think that so many people are just have this random fucking opinion as if something so catastrophic is going to happen, and then nothing ever does. Nothing ever does. Remember in 2016, this is probably, for the older people or who are out there, but I was in my fucking first I was in 6th grade in middle school. I was also in 5th grade in elementary school in 2016. And back then, you had people fucking crying and complaining before the election. I'm talking about in early 2016. You had a lot of kids that were being brainwashed into having a political fucking opinion from their parents. Um, because you're a kid. You're a fucking kid. You don't know shit. When I was a kid, I don't know what the fuck made me think Donald Trump was cool when I was a kid. But, I saw that, Trump was cool, and the whole other class was like, Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton. And then where did that get them? Didn't get them fucking anywhere, I'll tell you that much. But, as I'm saying, everyone was wanting to vote, this party because their parents, told them to. Obviously they can't vote with fucking kids at the time, And then if we want to skip this, election day 2016. Donald Trump wins, and the whole fucking dumbass middle school class of 839 proceeds to whine their fucking and cry as if like slavery was actually, yeah, no, there's a funny tweet that I saw saying like how motherfuckers were acting in class back in 2016, acting like slavery was coming back. I don't know if I can find that tweet. If I can't, I can't, but if I do, I'll put it up here. That's literally what happened. People were like fucking kids in middle school, 6th grade middle school, who had no clue about anything, were actually crying about like Trump winning the election. And then what do you think fucking happened after? Like, genuinely nothing happened to me or any of those fucking like kids, after Trump won. You know what happened to those kids though during Trump's presidency, and even afterwards in Biden's, where they are now. A lot of them are just fucking druggies. A lot of them are low life fucking druggies who don't do shit with themselves. All because that cannabis shit became fucking legalized. No one gives a fuck anymore. So now everyone's kid is smoking it, and then they become retarded as shit. You know. But as I'm saying, all these kids, they think this fucking certain thing, and literally nothing happened. That right there proves my point. And, I don't know what the hell's going to happen this time, considering how so much has happened. But, we're just going to have to live through the future to see what is possibly going to go wrong, after this election. There's still a chance Kamala might win. It's still going to take them like a few days of voting to do. But if Trump wins, I don't give a fuck. If Kamala wins, I don't give a fuck. Because as I said, as long as I guess certain things aren't being affected, which they never seem to fucking ever talk about policies, by the way. I don't think it matters to me that much, because a lot of it is usually up to state governor and mayor of the town. So there are other people who are in like political power that aren't the president. And again, Trump isn't going to be, and even if he wins, right, he's not going to be the president forever. Okay, he's not going to be. So people are going to have, the next president, that you go out and vote for may reverse the changes, may endorse the changes that he could have made, just like every other president before. It's not the end of the world, and I'm tired of people always pretending every election that it's going to be the end of the world. Like, look what happened. Biden Biden beat Trump back in, like, 2019, back in 2020. Or yeah, 2020, I should say. He beat him. He beat him. So, this is 100% going to be the last time that, Trump ever runs, is ever president. So, realistically, yeah, the 4 years might be something, but at the end of the day, you know, all these fucking people, could be you, could be someone went out and actively voted for this guy. This is a fucking democracy. This isn't some rigged game where, oh, he was destined to win, this way or that way. No, it was literally by you people, the people who voted. And I do not want to hear jack shit on any social media platform about this, because it is so goddamn annoying. It is shoved down my throat. It is shoved up my ass every fucking day that I wake up now. I'm gonna wake up for the next week and everything is going to be fucking political this, political that, political this. Back in my fucking day, I was only worried about, watching the next Vanoss gaming video, and all I get now are, everything that's on my feed is this with the president. I don't care. These companies like YouTube, they're in Twitter, especially fucking Twitter, shoving down right wing, uh, fuck, right winged propaganda down my throat. It's true. You could go on there. Ever since Elon Musk took over, it has just actively been shit being shoved down everybody's fucking throat with right wing this, right wing that. And I could give less shits about it. I just think it's fucking annoying. Because again, like, I do not care about fucking politics, dude. And everybody out there feels like that politics must be a part of their personality one way or another. Like, I guarantee you there's better things to worry about in your life than if Kamala Harris takes a shit in a golden toilet, or if Trump, like, bites a baby the same way Biden did to that fucking, I don't know, chicken baby thing. That's a real thing. Yeah, I'm putting this on screen. This is a real fucking thing, man. I can't make this shit up. But then it's like, people complained about fucking Biden. You know, they voted for him because they just didn't want Trump in office in general, and it's like, you guys didn't want him in there. You guys didn't want, Trump in there, so you voted for Biden, okay. But now it's like, you still don't want Trump in there, but you randomly don't want to vote for Kamala, even though she's not Trump, is not fucking an 80-year-old man with dementia. How does that fucking work? How does that, like, equivalent? You know? Oh god, I get my ass kicked here. Yeah, this is live gameplay, by the way. I'm talking about this while playing fucking Call of Duty, out of all things. You know? And I think that, when you guys wake up in the morning, you need to, like, not stress over this, because I guarantee that, unless something, really happens. Remember, this is a free country. You could always go out and you could always go and vote on, what you want changed, what laws you want changed, what you want to be implemented. Everybody keeps forgetting that that is a thing that you can do. That you could go out, that you can, contact all of these different kinds of people, that you could do this. So I don't want to hear anything with, people talking about, well, well, no, he's going to put this in, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Guys, you could, if you ever want something, you have the right as an American citizen, protected by the First Amendment, to go out and vote. And you gotta realize that a lot of these laws that may or may not be put into place may not 100% affect what is actually going to happen. Okay? Because again, you could go out and you can protest. You can quite literally go out and protest if you do not like this thing, and they're forced to do it. You know, they're forced to do it. You know, if you want to revolt against something, you could just turn into France. What's preventing us from turning into France and destroying the place? You know, look what happened with George Floyd. People were rioting, people were looting until shit was being said about it, and that brought awareness to it. You know? So why are we sitting here and pretending as if our lives are just suddenly over because of politics? You know, I get it. I get it. You know, I think that, you know, people out there who are, you know, trans or who are gay, you know, someone like me, I'm non-binary and bisexual. You know, I could see how certain things can be possibly, you know, counted on us, or, you know, we can be targeted and so on. But one thing that I noticed is that no one no one ever is. Like, have you ever seen someone during the Trump presidency get arrested for just being trans? Have you ever seen that during the Biden administration either? That's never happened. You know, no one's been, you know, back in the fucking day when, you know, being gay and shit wasn't normalized, you know, and you had that big fucking riot in New York. Look what happened. They changed things around. You know, that's not coming back. The same way that slavery isn't going to come back in America. You know, I don't know how many years that fucking sentence is gonna go before it poorly ages. But think about it. Like like that one tweet. Are we thinking that fucking slavery is just gonna come back? Are we thinking that, you know, people, everyone's, our lives are just going to be over because one person is, you know, in office and shit? Yeah, he may put some policies in there, but you gotta realize so much shit is just not going to happen like the way that you think it is. Politics have always been, you know, a thing of broken lies, you know, broken truths. You know, 90% of things that politics say never go through. And that's one thing I want people to realize. If Trump says that he's going to just randomly take away voters' fucking rights, you know, that's, or, you know, gay people's rights, how is that going to happen? That's not going to fucking happen, okay? Like, think about it. You know, how is he just gonna magically fucking do that? You know, with the millions of gay people or LGBT, you know, people in America. That's what I don't understand. Because as I said, you never saw stories like this in, you know, you never fucking saw stories like this during any of the presidencies. You know, like someone being arrested for just being gay, for doing this or doing that. You know, like it's, think about it. You know, that shit just doesn't happen on the regular, like the way that a lot of you guys think it's going to go down. Everyone puts these false ideas in their head like so casually, without like putting a second thought into it, to the point where it's just like they brainwash themselves into thinking that, like, oh, this thing is going to happen when it's not going to happen. And I don't want anyone to fucking sit here and keep pretending as if it is. Because guys, come on, we know a lot of things aren't going to go in effect. You know, I understand that a lot of things too have felt like that they've been out of control. And, I can't blame you, for feeling that way or for thinking that way. And again, I'm not fucking picking a side here. I think that both political parties, or both candidates for these political parties, are god awful, and both have done some pretty bad things, and could have done a lot of things that they could have done during their presidency, instead of relying on, hey, give me another 4 years and then I'll do this thing that I could do right now, to prove myself as, a good person. And that's what I feel like with Kamala Harris recently. But you could say it's both of them. You could say it's both of them. But Kamala's vice president right now. I think that it's pretty relevant, that people are saying, well, you're the vice president, you have the opportunity to, right now make a lot of these changes to, get people to, get your vote. And that could be the same way for Trump during his presidency. A lot of things that he did, he could have done, as well during his presidency. But like it also proves proves my point that a lot of the shit that they say they're going to do, they end up never doing. Like take a look at the wall, for example. Trump's biggest point in his campaign back in 2016, 2017 was that he was going to build this wall. That never happened. That never happened whatsoever. Right? It never did. You know, and I feel like during the Biden administration, just recently, things just got a little worse. I don't think that anything's gonna be normal ever since fucking Harambe died. Shout out to my homie, Harambe. He was a real one. Uh, Justice for Harambe, or whatever the fuck. This has been going on for way too long. But yeah, I think that just like it's just really stupid. And really the main takeaway from this video is I think that we need to stop fighting about it, fighting about political sides and, who should be on who. Stop telling everyone to fucking forcibly go out the vote, because we know that shit does not fucking work, and it proves the point that it doesn't work every single time. But they just want to keep brainwashing people into thinking that, oh, one day it will. you know and also the fact that I just do not give a shit about politics whatsoever. That's the main takeaway of this video. I don't know how much more I could go on with repeating myself or fucking talking about this. I just feel like, things have gotten so out of control with everybody, and now they're trying to get, like, every celebrity on Earth to, vote for them. I do not give a shit, and I think it's annoying when shit like that is being shoved down my throat no matter what. And there's a lot of things that are being shoved down my throat. Fucking LGBTQ shit. I get it. I'm fucking gay and shit, but that shit still is getting shoved down my throat. I do not care. I try to avoid as much political, drama, political bullshit as I can. And, I'm tired of everyone always over exaggerating, always saying that, no, I'm gonna kill myself, or something, like they're gonna do something instead of ever actually taking action. I'm not saying that you should fucking kill yourself, not at all. The reason why I just said that is because I thought about the fucking dude the two dudes that tried to assassinate Trump recently. Those guys decided to fucking take action, and everyone sits here and, says, well, Trump should die, somebody should assassinate Trump. Go ahead, look at Twitter right now and you'll see it. You know, people are saying that, and they don't have the fucking guts, to go out and do it themselves. And I swear, if I see one person say, well, why don't you do it, Golden, that's not the point. I'm not the fucking one that's going out and, openly saying that, and these are the same people that say that they want peace, the same people that, are like, oh, we're non-violent. They're going out and they're saying that, both, not just Trump, I'm not defending fucking Trump here, but, Kamala and Trump should both be fucking dead, you know. And yet they, again, like, they never take any fucking action to do it, or like, these are the same people who whine over the internet but also don't go out of their way to, truly go out of their way to go and protest, in the streets, and make noise over a certain something. you know Everything's being done over the internet, and, I could see why, like, people were getting their ass kicked when, when the George Floyd shit happened. But you guys gotta realize that that guy fucking also died, was high on fucking fentanyl when he was arrested, and it was shown in his autopsy, that there was a high amount of fent that, in the guy's system, at the time, you know and look what happened to BLM right after. The three main people who were, running it, ended up scamming the whole, community. I know that that doesn't really have much to do with what I'm trying to say, but what I'm trying to say at, like, the end of the day is that, like, I think that, we need to stop fighting over this. We need to stop shoving down this shit down people's throat. I don't think that people who are outside of the country um should fucking whine and complain about it when they aren't American themselves. I just don't think that they have any right to fucking sit here and complain about, like, what's going on for us. I can understand maybe if there's, like, if we're getting, you know, involved with them one way or another, but that's not necessarily what's happening here, and I don't want to sit here and, pretend, with all these different type of things that are going on. I try to keep an open mind for the most part when it comes to this type of shit. But there's a certain point where I just can't fucking sit here and take it anymore. Um, in the sense that, like, I just can't sit here and bear to listen to all of this shit on Twitter or so on, you know. And I think that it's just something that's completely ruining everybody in the long run, you know, like, just mentally. We've already been having this whole mental health crisis in the, like, just all over the world, and, nothing's being done about that. And I think by people going out here and fighting over, all this type of shit, I don't think that that helps. I don't think that, these people fighting over, Trump or Biden or whatever, getting into politics, is helping these people, either, you know and I think it's a serious thing that needs to be taken a look at some point. I don't even know what else to say, man. Like, even though I just said more shit right there. But yeah, no, seriously, I've had enough of it. I think everyone at this point has had enough of it, and I've had enough of it for my own for my own reasons, not anything too like crazy, but as long as you guys get the point of it at the end of the day, I feel like that's all that matters to me, because again, um I just don't like political drama because I'm, 1,000% sure that, at least one person in someone's family will be, you know, voting for the opposite side, and next thing you know, the family is getting into these, gigantic arguments about like who should be president or this or that. Politics quite literally ruin people, and this is pure evidence on you know like what I'm talking about, and I think it's time for us to fucking chillax when it comes to it, and possibly just possibly respect, people's opinions, and I can't, of course I disagree with, people who are out there who, are so devoted to this one side that just like the tiniest things trigger them. I think those people are fucking annoying. I think those people need to be put down. You see videos of those type of people on the internet a lot, and you kind of get it from both sides, and then the other side claiming that their side is so much calmer and more relaxed when it comes to shit like this, when in actuality they're not, and it just depends on the person. you know Again, I'm someone that likes to make peace. I think that it's reasonable for us to have peace and not fight. And so when I see the whole fucking world divided like this, fucking whining and complaining, especially just whining and complaining in my fucking ears, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I I can certainly agree that a lot of things are wrong, like the mass genocide in Palestine. I think that that's fucking wrong. I think everyone can agree that that's wrong and that war needs to end. I think everyone could also agree we need to stop, giving Ukraine money. We haven't had fucking heard shit out of them for, months at a time, because it's all been, Palestine and shit. Um, and I don't know what this new president is. I don't know what Trump has in fucking mind to make the world peaceful, but you know I don't like these, again, like I don't like these wars, and I don't support it. I want to try to stay out of it as much as possible, and of course, if it's affecting us as citizens, where we're giving all of these people billions of dollars and shit just for the cause to not be helped or so on. Yeah, I could see an issue with that. Ukraine has enough money. They don't need jack shit. Israel should have never gotten anything. I think that they got, I think that, after the first few, strikes that they did, or, I felt like they could have just, specifically targeted Hamas instead of targeting, innocent people, even though, at the same time, Hamas is hiding behind these fucking people. Um, I feel like that it just needs to be brought to an end one way or another. I can understand how a political figure in charge can stop it, but I mean, if we're being honest, the people who have been in office so far have just not done fucking anything to help anyone. And you know I don't want to hear any complaining about it, you know, because again, I guess it's true that we have protests and you know nothing has happened. And by the way, like this is like another good example to keep in mind. Like even under like the Biden administration, right? We have been protesting, you know, for them to not send money to Gaza. I it's my bad, completely wrong country. We've been let me fix myself there. We've been, you know, protesting for them to not send money to Israel. We've been telling them, you know, our own government to, hey, we gotta cut off this war. You know, we gotta stop all this shit that's happening right now, and they still haven't done it. So, like, you know, with Biden, you know, not doing shit about it, because keep in mind, he's still fucking president. You know, Kamala's still vice president. You know, they approved of all of this shit going to them. And throughout all the cries that we have had, they haven't bothered stopping it, you know? So I guess like what difference is there when you know Trump's going to be in office? Like why are we like this is another example or like proves a point like we're always being biased towards one side. You know, we're not fucking, you know, and that's where like the whole thing where of brainwashing of as I said earlier, the whole thing of brainwashing where people are forced to choose one fucking side just because it's like you're either in a northern state or you're in a southern state. So if I'm in the south, I must have to choose Republican, or I'm in the north, so I must choose Democrats or Democrat Party. You know, everyone's like brainwashed into like once again only, you know, choosing these two things instead of like really being able to go out and form their own opinion of it, you know. And I think that with, you know, Gen Z and Gen Alpha and I blame the fucking millennials by the way for this shit. But I think because of, you know, our generation becoming more and more stupider per fucking day, and if anyone wants to try to disprove me on that, feel fucking free to try to disprove me of all people on it when you see, you know, fucking Skibbity Toilet, you know, Ohio Riz and all this shit, and motherfuckers in their like late 20s still saying Haktua fucking 6 months after like it was like a little chuckle. Um, Try to disprove me that people are getting actively more and more retarded. Like I fucking dare you to try to disprove me. Um, but yeah, yeah, no, it's serious. I just don't even know what to say anymore, man. Like I think that this shit just needs to be stopped, and you know I'm just really tired of it. You know, like again, I think that it's agreeable that a lot of things shouldn't have been able to happen during any election or any year of presidency. You know, I think there's agreeable points, but I don't think that us as, you know, citizens fighting each other over this is going to help the situation, whatever situation it may be whatsoever. Fighting each other over fighting the people who are actually doing it never never fucking, you know, pans out, never, you know, fixes it, you know. And I can't fucking believe so many people are sitting here and, you know, arguing and fighting with each other over it instead of, you know, coming to some type of collective agreement on something, you know, things, you know. And I remember I was watching, you know, a presidential debate, you know, between Reagan and whoever the fuck else, you know, back in the day. You know, I remember that clip last month was being brought up on Twitter, and those two politics were being so civil to each other, and now it's like politics now are just fighting over the dumbest shit that no one cares about and aren't, you know, actually, you know, touching on any of the issues that, people are extremely concerned with. And that is the exact reason on why I brought up RFK and why I felt like that RFK may be, a fit guy to possibly be president, because he brought up the issues, he stated what changes he would go, and make. And I thought that, well, you know what? He actually mentioned shit that, matters for the future generation. And, past generations, just matters for the future. So again, like that's my personal opinion on who I would have voted for. And I think it would have been cool if he won. I think it would have been cool for like the first time ever we saw an independent party actually win a presidential election, instead of it continuously being just, this versus that, or, Democrats versus Republicans. And, I can understand how people are going to, go out there and say that, like, hey, yeah, it's important that we go out and vote, for it. But again, like, if we're not going to put in any type of support for the people who are, um going out of their way to talk about, the stuff that's actually important to us, why are we voting for these two parties who in the past years just haven't been giving shit about the issues, and just have been like debating with each other which one is better? None of them are fucking good. So again, just confuses me on why, like, us the people are sitting here and, are complaining about these people in office, but yet do not take any action to vote for other people to get them out of office. you know I think that's genuinely going to be it from me for today. I'll try to have this video uploaded today. It's currently 5:38 a.m. as around the time I'm going to end this. But yeah. You don't have to agree with me during any of this. Again, like, a lot of this is my opinion about how I have seen things, about how, or really just, yeah, it's my opinion on how, I've seen things been going on these past years. And, just how much I hate fighting. And I think everyone can agree that nobody likes fighting. So yeah, no, I think that's it out of me. um I'm just here playing COD. I seriously have nothing else better to do with my time, or, life, other than the fact that I'm a fucking part-time college student. So yeah. If you guys liked the fucking video, go ahead, subscribe, go ahead, like the video. If you guys have your own personal opinions that you feel like that are important to share with other people in the comments, go ahead and drop them down below. But make sure you guys aren't fighting with each other, because that completely destroys the point of everything that I've been trying to say this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. So feel free to subscribe, feel free to talk about what your opinions are, but don't be fucking annoying over it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is.